What's good, y'all, and welcome to this video. This is the biggest buff to any character in the history of the game. Fight me. I'll show you, tell you, give you the reasons why DURZA has been getting a makeover 2.0. Trash to broken. Let me show you. So, obviously, if you're interested, you can obviously check out his things on global, the way he works, but what he did before was he inflicts slow, 50% slow. If he attacks someone that is slowed, he gains a 70 attack speed increase. Pretty trash. Look at this talent now. He still inflicts the slow, and when an ally within his ultimate range is Diao Chan / Aelin range, when an ally in range has either 70, 50 or 30% HP, they gain either 30% at 70%. So basically it's the HP flip, but it's at 70% or less than 70%, you get 30% physical and magical. At less than 50, you get 50 physical and magical. And at less than 30%, you get a 70% magic damage reduction. 70% magic damage reduction and 70% physical damage reduction. Absolutely ridiculous. It doesn't stop there. Basic attack stayed the same, deals damage to an enemy, who cares? Netherblood stayed the same. During Sanguine Rite, which is the ultimate, when an ally in range receives damage, there's a 30% chance to deal 120% AoE damage to an enemy nearby, as well as inflicting, hold tight, 20% physical, 20% magical vulnerability. Next up, Cursed Infusion. During Sanguine Rite, each time an ally's HP is deducted, which happens every 2 seconds during the ultimate, he grants 40% inspiration. If this ally's hero is lower than 75%, which he starts off by deducting 50%, he also grants 30% damage increase. What changed with Cursed Infusion is, before it was a 50% damage increase, but no inspiration, and also a one-time check. So this time it's like currently checking how high the HP of a unit is. Brings us to the ultimate. Deducts 50% of the current HP of allies in range and starts a ritual for 16 seconds. 16 seconds of inspiration, if you will. And also provides attack speed increase of plus 100. As well as deducting 15% of their current HP every 2 seconds, so the ability to reliably trigger the damage increase that lasts for 2 seconds if they're below 75%. And also look at the rage cost. 900 rage, which is the same as every other inspiration unit, 600 start rage. So you have a inspiration that does last 6 seconds less, but has the same rage cost and everything. And if you're now like, okay, sure, a character went from damage increase, some slows, and some vulnerabilities to physical damage reduction, attack speed increase, vulnerabilities, inspiration, damage increase, he's not finished yet. His awakenings, A1. For each ally affected by the first HP deduction of Sanguine Rite, restores 60 rage. Which means if he has 4 units in his ultimate range that he deducts HP from, he gains 240 rage back. 240 rage back on a 900 rage cost is pretty much a 28% rage gain, which is comparable to a Dolores after ultimate talent, which obviously has a 100% proc chance with the exclusive gear. But it is basically a Dolores exclusive plus A5 passive in the A1, and it doesn't stop there, because why not? The A3, during the ultimate, other allies in range gain 1% rage regen restored per second. Yeah. A4 is redeployment time, A2 is attack plus 300, and A5 is after the first reduction. If an ally falls below 40, the attack speed increase will last 10 seconds more, but A5 is unimportant. So, a character went from a mediocre talent that only increased his own attack speed, so he had slows with a bit of attack speed increase, he had magic and physical vulnerability 20%, and he had a 50% damage increase. That was all he had. Now you have a character that slows, provides physical and magical damage reduction up to 70%, provides 30% damage increase, provides 100 attack speed, provides 30% inspiration, provides 20 physical magical vulnerability, save rage regenerates, and provides rage regeneration to allies. Yeah. Do you now get why I say trash to broken? That is DURZA. It is disgustingly well done by the developers, taking one of the most hated heroes in the entire game and turning him into this fucking machine. Because something we haven't yet talked about is his base stats. As you'll notice, he has a sweet 3000 base attack. 3000 base attack, Beelzebub only 2300. Beelzebub provides 50% inspiration, DURZA provides 40%. But also, once again, he's a mage, which means he can use the Tear of Twilight plus 25, giving him 30% post-deployment attack, as well as being dual faction, usable in Curse and Chaotic teams for another further stat increase if you're running Curse or Chaotic Lord. I don't know, I would say DURZA ratios Beelzebub, beats out Dolores, and probably is on par, if not stronger than Diao. It is ridiculous how many forms of inspiration and changes to inspiration units we've been getting in the last couple of months. It feels like they only really know how to give us inspiration. So for everyone that followed other people's advice that said Beelzebub was overpowered, I'm sorry. I at least said that he's alright, that you don't really need him. So everybody that followed my advice, hey, get yourself a DURZA. Outside of that, see, this is the kind of remakes, do-overs of heroes that you're looking for. This is what should happen to Krag, Shamir. This would have been the perfect opportunity to do the same to Calypso during her banner. Yes, I know, I also have a backlog of a video where Calypso can hit 150 million on Guild Boss, but it's not comparable to whatever the hell this is. So yeah, this is DURZA, and what I'm going to be showing you is going to be Nightmare 4 and a couple tries on Abyss 1. And then we're gonna be ending the video at that point, and we see each other in the next one. But yeah, stick around for those tests, and yeah, that's the plan. Let's go. Alright, so this is a team I kinda came up with, which is going to mainly consist of Voltron, Twin Fiend, Zillitu, Sargak, and then the Somi, so that the healings don't go above 50%, as well as DURZA to obviously reduce the HP, provide the attack speed, provide the damage increase, provide basically anything else. As well as Volker, just mainly there so that we can cycle Laurel, and if we're cycling Laurel, we might as well, while also already using the Inferno faction, introduce Xena into the mix, as well as having Setrum on the field. So kind of these 7 units are mainly going to be on the field, and then it's pretty much us cycling between her and Laurel. So Xena and Laurel for the win. Yeah. I'm very interested in how this team is going to perform. I have high hopes, high expectations. And also I think it just looks good placement wise. So like for example, look at this. We can place him like this. And then check out this ultimate range. You know the deal. Everyone that's familiar with the range of Diao is going to be able to do something with this, or obviously Aelin. And yeah. We're going to be placing Zillitu directly in front of the boss, so that she gets the 20% damage increase because she's blocking him. And then let's see, who do we want next? I think we're probably gonna go with, I don't know, Twin Fiend here. As well as then obviously introduce Voltron into the mix already. Bring in Laurel, because why not? Sargak, and then Setrum, and then right here the Somi to finish it off, perfectly fitting everybody in, and we don't really care about his ultimate. Also, the Somi is going to provide some slight inspiration, so that it doesn't really matter when there's so much downtime on DURZA. And yeah, I think that's pretty much it. Or at least not geared well. But without like proper timing, really, without a real rage regenerator, we were able to get up to 79,099 blood. Let's check out what we had on the Somi, if we had anything on him. And yeah, Vordron obviously 264 million, Zilla 256, Saga 117. And then you kind of have like this lesser bracket. Oh, but he was healing something. Let's see. Maybe we did have gear on him, which would obviously not be that great, because it means that even if you have him properly geared, you're kind of going to lose units towards the end. It's okay. Could obviously be way better, especially if you use his exclusive artifact. So yeah, it's gear, but it's obviously nothing super great. So let's just give him a bit more attack speed, a bit more healing, and then see about getting that attack a bit more higher. Perfect. Okay, so we're now looking at 300%, 377, 33% exclusive artifact. Okay, so obviously DURZA to A1 kind of solves his own rage region problem. Obviously. I don't know. Should we already take him to A3? Maybe it's better if we find a like more permanent replacement for one of these units, which would probably be Satcham out, because he's not doing a whole lot, and then Elowin in, but placed in a way that she doesn't heal anybody that's chaotic. I think probably for the best. Is that possible? I mean, if we put Sargak to the top, DURZA, does he really care about being chaotic? No, but if we face the top, so we could place it here facing upwards. No, downwards. Yeah, I guess that works. All right. Let's see how this goes with kind of like team version number 2, and then obviously we'll take on Abyss 1. See if maybe the same team can work in Abyss 1 too. Though we probably have to replace Xena with Lord Phineas and take out Sargak for, I don't know, Wukong. We'll have to see. So yeah, obviously that Abyss 1 is just ridiculous. But it does feel like DURZA is pretty much the solution, because I mean 70% damage reduction? That's just crazy. So, okay, yeah. Zillitu in. DURZA in. Sargak. Volderon. Right here, and then Twinfiend. Elowin and Healer Boy. Okay. So we should now have a bit more rage region. DURZA still A0. He's still A1, so there's not him giving extra rage region. Obviously, you wouldn't notice it with an Elowin. Just kind of wanted to mention that, I guess. And we're obviously going to wait until DURZA triggers his ultimate. And we remove Laurel. Introduce Xena into the mix. And this time we kind of want to try and pay a bit more attention to having Xena out as soon as her ultimate ends. That's kind of our main goal here, I would say. Alright, so there we go. Out nice and easy, nice and quick. Overestimated Elowin's rage region there, so Zillitu's damage again could have been higher. Yeah, let's just go with Walker for the couple seconds here. See if maybe she can get some vulnerability off, though I don't think it truly matters. Nah, let's take her out. She would provide just some extra avenues of healing for our units there. Obviously, with Zillitu A3, Zillitu would also be able to like perma ult. That's another thing that could be playing a role. And also Valdron. If you're running this team, don't bring a Wailing Skull. It's just gonna cause you pain and suffering. That's basically what you should take away from this somewhat team showcase. Okay, come on, couple seconds forward. I like how the timing lines up so perfectly between Volderon and Laurel that somehow Volderon always is at like 150% 150% rage when we bring her in, and that just takes him to 200%, allowing him to obviously do menacing things. Okay, Xena's done. Next ultimate, let's check out DURZA doing a bit more. So we're obviously going to wait for these ultimates to finish. So right here and right here. Come on. Ooh, Valdron is pretty close. 20 and 2. So I guess we can wait for everybody. So what I now want to check is, okay, so we have 50% damage reduction, increase the inspiration, the damage increase, the attack speed increase, and the attack increase from invigoration set. Damn. That's a lot of buffs. And then obviously you have the incense where he like dispels from the Somi. Okay, we're at the point where Valdron kind of glitches out, which you can see with him not like properly showing his rage gauge anymore. But as soon as it glows golden, you know that it's time. And Xena out, here, in, out, on. Bada bing. Bada boom, bada bang. Yeah, alright, so that's already 7. No, okay, we mistimed one Valdron ultimate. I'm sorry. we screwed up one Valdron ultimate. I hope you can forgive me. And Laura, Sagak, Zillitu, Xena. Go, 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 go. And Big Boy Voldy. Obviously inspiration. And there we go. Should be solid, I don't know, 87,000. 86,652. Interesting. Very interesting. Obviously keep in mind all our DPS are A0. The damage potential is legit limitless. Let's look at the numbers. So you see big jump in Zillitu's increase because we were able to time her better. Big jump in Sargak's increase and increase for Valdron. Obviously, it's just more rage there, right? More rage was there. We were able to cycle better. Everybody profited. You know what I mean? And yeah, that was Nightmare 1. Now, obviously, for the fight you've all been waiting for, Abyss 1. Alright, so this is the team I've decided to be going with, which consists of magic damage dealers in Solkadens, Lord Phineas Zillitu, and Physical in Volderon and Sargak. You can kind of see that Canelian is in here. We have Garn as our tank in here. The reason why is because Garn is going to provide us with 20% attack and defense when HP is below 30%, as well as a damage increase based on lost HP. So Valdron is going to be slightly weaker, but we're going to get more defensive value out of it because this fight just hits really hard. And yeah, then we have the Somi as another healer. So let's just quickly make sure that he can attack whenever he wants to. So let's just speed up that healing a bit. Should be fine. Okay. Here we go. Abyss 1. It's an awful fight. We might just very well die in the beginning, which means we would have to kind of like change the placement order we're playing with. But for now, let's just let's just get our units out, see what happens, and then figure out the rest. So I kind of decided that the Somi is probably the best unit we have to put outside of healer range. And yeah, let's see how this goes. So obviously, yeah, you can kind of see that just this simple raw pretty much killed all our hopes and ambitions. So what we're going to be trying to do is basically wait it out first. So get all of our units in like this. We could place Warden outside of that range. We'll probably cover a couple more units. Let's see. All right. So we're just gonna keep basically our healers in, our squishies, and now we're gonna be pretty much bringing in the rest. And yeah, see how this goes. So Voltron, Zilitu, Phineas, Agak, Volketten. Okay. One down. This is crazy. This boss is just putting a smile on my face every time I try it. Okay. So, we bring in Canelian, bring in Elowen. It makes you feel like you're going in with ungeared units. Just something else. Alright, so Storm Surge, let's just let that happen. Okay, time to bring in the Avengers, bring in the rest. See if maybe this time can make it a little further. Okay, we're just gonna play... Should be fine. Okay, Drake's Bellow. We are already going to be preparing Canelian's ultimate right here, too late. Yeah, I mean, Drake's Bellow unleashes a full single attack that deals 2 damage based on the target's current HP percentage and applies Burning Corrosion, deals continuous damage to the target and the adjacent units while reducing healing received, cannot be dispelled. Yeah. Let's try once more. You know what's crazy? I already kind of tried this fight, and this is kind of like a second take scenario, in which I basically went out of my way to increase the max HP of a couple units, rethink a few builds, so to speak, and we're somehow ending up with a worse result, which I find very, yeah, I don't like it. That's all I can say, pretty much. I don't like it. I could say, yeah, you could say it's disturbing somewhat. But yeah, I guess this time for that whole bellow surge thing, we just try to have like our healers ready. Guess not. Let's try one more time, and if not, I'm just gonna show you kind of like the last attempt I had with the different team, with the different substats, and then we're just gonna call it a day. Because this fight is something that still has to be like more figured out, trying to showcase someone here successfully. It does require you to at least, I don't know. It's a weird fight, all right? you should have seen as much. Okay, so let's try again. I mean, yeah, so honestly, the team I had most success with was kind of like a nightmare team where you somewhat had Volker to help out with the extra healing, and then just like slamming in a bunch of healers as well as Canadian next to that nightmare team, and then introducing obviously the big also for the 30% damage reduction against the boss, and then putting in something like, I don't know, some type of magic dealers, also something like an Infernal, and then just kind of trying to stay alive, which does or doesn't work somewhat. Damn you. Okay, at least everyone was able to stay alive this time. Probably Storm Surge is going to kill everybody. Doesn't stop me from trying though. I think that was perfect timing on Cornelian. Don't think he can get it much better than that. Burm's Wrath. Yeah, I don't know. Plays a would have and pray that we survive. Which we luckily do. And then right here, obviously we can only do damage with our physical damage dealer, so it's Voldron, Sargak. Yeah, Voldron, Sargak. You know what the sad part is? Kigiri can solo this. So there you go, this happens when you fail a shield. Let me just show you the run where we at least got a bit further than this, and then call it a day. So see you there. Okay, let's just get into it. See if we can even find like a way to place everybody, to keep everybody in line. It's gonna be interesting. Though what I like is that we don't have as much, that we don't nearly have as much platform units as I'm kind of used to. So how many platform units do we need to place? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, 5, which would be fine over here. So get DURZA. Probably this guy. Chameleon. Sargak, Elowen. And then Voldron, Zilitu, Gan, Phineas, Twinfian. No. We kind of want to keep our squishies preferably in Cornelian range. So more like, yeah, Cornelian, DURZA, Twinfian, Sargak, Elowen, no. Who do we trust the most to survive outside of Canadian range? Probably Elowen. So Okay. Elwyn, Cornelian, DURZA. Ah, shit. It's not gonna be a perfect run, obviously. And then Twinfian, see. Yeah, okay, nice. We got these people covered. Kind of want to get Voldron outside of the range. And then just get Zillitu, this guy, this dude in, and then finish it all off by placing him like this. Yeah, I think that's kind of what we want to do. Do we? Maybe we do. True! Oh, shit. Yeah. That is Abyss 1 for you. DURZA's damage reduction did exactly, not a whole lot. So, yeah, let's revisit this and see if there's anything we can improve upon. Crazy. Everybody just go fucking delete it. No, I think Garn should still have the highest max HP. Pretty certain. And that should still be the case. Alright, so here we have the HP cut. Yeah. We aren't even making it past like the beginning here. How do we survive to, like, I don't know, the fight starts? It's not like our units are ungeared or anything. It's the same guys we've been using for Nightmare 4. Come on. Nah, shit. Okay. I think that the plan is getting Canadian out as soon as possible, as well as Elwyn, and then just pretty much hoping that Canadian's ultimate is going to be ready by the time we need her, and then just, I don't know. This is a lot of it's a lot of damage. Reminds me of like most of the attempts I've done here, which aren't super many, but most of them actually did revolve around bringing like 3 or 4 healers, which, yeah, kind of still is the case here, like 3 or 4 support units, but still, god damn, nasty business. Come on, 95%, 96, 98. Canadian's too slow. So I guess we want to wait out that early attack. See if we can get somewhere from here. So let's just kind of build our formation with units that we think could survive. So let's just keep it to those guys for the moment. Yeah, and now we just introduce the rest. See if maybe it just was like, I don't know, an early hiccup thing. Obviously the HP reduction and whatnot isn't going to be the nicest. But yeah, so far, we're still in the game. Yay. Okay. What kind of phase are we on? Was it physical? Was it magical? I think it's physical damage. Nah, Unnatural Mutation, Nightmare's Revenge, Sauron's Grimscale, Ancient Blood. So yeah, should be magic. Yeah, so should be physical. We don't really care too much about what's going on here currently. We just want to survive until the shield. That's kind of the way this whole shenanigan turns out. It's like you don't really care too much about what happens. You really only want to be able to break the shield. And then move on, which we obviously failed because DURZA wasn't ready for the inspiration. Okay, let's give this one serious shot. Keep in mind we don't want to use DURZA too early. We want to use Carnelian here. Damn you, dungeon! You're making me look stupid. It's a interesting fight. I mean, I guess you're seeing as much. Okay. I feel like I'm missing something. I'm wondering where like this massive reduction in HP comes from. Obviously, the substats aren't really built for this fight. Preferably you want to go with like more attack percent main stats and then HP percent as substats, so you have like more HP to work with. We pretty much have full damage here at the moment. But still, this shouldn't excuse what's happening right there, right? Shouldn't really be an excuse for everybody just fucking losing their life ASAP. Come on. Let me get that Carnelian off. Twinfian still dead. Eloin dead. Worm's red. Everybody dying. Crazy shit. Oh, Lord Phineas isn't even hitting. We'll fix that. We fix that after. We swap his and Zilitu's positioning. But yeah, goddamn. That's heavy. So yeah, obviously now we would need to combine powers of, let's say, Twinfy and Zilitu, or like Solkid and Zilitu, to deal with this whole lot of magic damage. But even then, you can kind of see that, yeah, we're getting hit hard. So obviously full damage approach isn't working, and I don't think we want to stretch this video until like forever. Yeah, I don't know. I think this is probably still, obviously there's something you need to figure out, but I think this is the biggest buff in the history of the game. Bigger than anything, bigger than any introduction of exclusive artifacts, any rechanges, any whatever. I mean, he kind of feels like a Beelzebub 2.0 already, which is crazy. And yeah, we see each other in the next one. Peace.